Welcome to a Study With Me session. Today, we are going to plan 1 week of our semester together so that you can get better habits, get more confident, and reach your goals. Let's go. First, before I do anything else, because I know that my surroundings directly impact my performance, I want to make sure I set up my surroundings and my environment for optimal success. To do that, I'm going to shut down Netflix, I'm going to shut down any unnecessary or distracting tabs, I'm going to put away my phone, or at very least set it to silent or do not disturb, and I'm going to make sure that I have all of my books, pens, pencils, iPad, all of my resources at the ready so that I don't waste any unnecessary energy getting up and going back and forth to get any items that I need when they should be right next to me or directly in front of me. So I'll take 2 to 3 minutes and get that done. Next, now that our environment is prepped, I want to make sure that my headspace is just as ready. At this stage, I might already feel some resistance. I might already feel like picking up my phone and checking for any new messages. I might already feel like going onto Netflix and watching something funny. Instead, I'm going to refrain, take a few deep breaths, and think about my goals. I might need a really great mark from this course so that I can apply to med school. I might be working towards a master's degree. Or I might want that academic confidence. No matter what my goal is, I want to keep that close to me so that I remember why I'm doing this, to keep me motivated. So take 2 to 3 minutes, close your eyes or keep them open, take a few deep breaths, and think about those goals. Excellent. Our environment is ready to go, and we are in the right headspace. Next, let's get to it. Open up Edsby, Google Classroom, or whatever it is your school uses to keep all of your classes in order. Once you log in, pop into one of your classes. Take a quick scan for any announcements, upcoming due dates, deadlines, tests, assignments, anything that you need to keep an eye on. Do this for each of your classes. I'll give you 2 or 3 minutes to go ahead and do that. Now that you've scanned through everything, you have a general idea of what to expect in the next week or two. At this stage, it's time to write things down. Start with one of your classes. Write down all of your upcoming due dates, test dates, exam dates, anything that's important. Make sure to include any times and to set reminders so that you get a reminder on your phone or on your computer when there's something important coming up. For me, I would make sure to write down any room numbers I need to know. For example, if I have to take a test in a particular room, I would also write down any relevant or pertinent information for that particular assignment or quiz or test or assessment. If there's a document that I need to know, I would put that right into the reminder to make it easier for myself to access later. Do this for each of your classes. Now, I might find that my attention is dwindling yet again. Distractions might come up that pull my attention away. So I remind myself that I don't need to engage in the distraction. I can let it come, notice it, and let it go. Now it's time to go back to scheduling. For the next week or two, I'm going to slot in specific work periods and study sessions in order to work towards whatever assessment or assignment or test or exam is coming my way. What I might start with is an overall to-do list of everything I need to do within a given day. Or, if you're like me and you like a little bit more precision, I might schedule specific sessions into specific hours of my day so that I have my entire day lined up in front of me. Take 2 or 3 minutes and take care of that. Excellent, now I have all of my due dates, my study sessions, and my work periods right in my calendar. At this point, I want to make sure I prioritize anything critical. Remember, high performers don't miss critical items, and we are high performers here after all. I ask myself, is there anything urgent? Is there anything critical? Is there anything extremely important? This might be a final exam, it might be a meeting with a professor, it might be a job interview. Whatever it is, I want to make sure that I draw a lot of attention to it. This might mean that I highlight it with a very bright color. I double underline it with some red pen. I stick some stickers all over it. Whatever it takes to draw attention to it, I want to make sure that it's unmistakable and that I can't miss it. Take 2 to 3 minutes and go ahead and do that. My agenda is really starting to shape up now. At this stage, I want to make sure that I slot in time for social events, extracurricular activities, time with family friends, clubs, anything that falls under those categories. Something that I always try to remember is to leave enough of a buffer to get from one place to another. For example, I might have to go from one end of campus to another, or maybe I have to go from home to school to the library to my job, in which case I want to make sure that I leave enough travel time to get from place to place. Take a few minutes and slot those in. It's time to close out this planning session with a productive ritual. This might be a motivational quote that you like, or it could be like this video that I'm linking about how to achieve academic success. Pay attention to how you're feeling in this moment. Are you feeling happy, confident, in control, accomplished? Let it sink in. How do you feel after a productive planning session, after planning your week and putting it into your agenda? Focus on this for 2 to 3 minutes. If you've come this far, congratulations. Leave me a note in the comments about your favorite study spot. And I also think it's really important to remember that just because it works for me doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. We are all different, we all have different goals, and we all have different learning styles. So it's up to us to figure out what works best and take the right actions from there. Something else that I want to remember is that it might feel like you're missing out, especially if your friends are out at a party while you're sitting in the library. But when I'm working towards my goals and my dreams, I like to think that there is nothing that I'm missing out on. If you've made it this far, kudos, congratulations. The only thing left is to go and do.